Hey, what's happening to my rideshare warriors? This is Carlton Lewis, aka Mellow Melanin, aka Mega Businessman, coming to you live and direct. I am still in Biloxi, Mississippi, and can't wait to get back home to Atlanta. I just wanted to cut this video because, we talk about earning more, driving less, and we talk about thinking like a business owner. An entrepreneur, building your own business, starting your own business and building it to where you don't actually have to be there for it to operate. That's my goal. I'm pretty sure that is the goal of some other people that are on here. Whether you got a system working for you or you got money working for you, the goal is to not own a job. All right. Not to be an employee and not own a job. Now, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to, bash those other types of ways of generating income, but me and the way I think, my goal is to, own a system and have money working for me. Those are the two ways. So I was listening to a wake-up call. I'm part of a community called My Lead System Pro, and every day, Monday through Friday, they have a wake-up call, and it gives some good positive vibes, basically starting your day out right. If anybody wants that number to that wake-up call, it's free. Lots of jewels. Get the mind right. You get your mind right, you get your money right. Get your money right, get your life right. Da-da-da. Let's keep going. All right, so I got some notes here. Notes on the tablet, from the wake-up call. So if you see me looking to the side, that means I'm looking at the notes, all right? My buddy Ron Gelok, big shouts out to you, Ron. Was on there this morning, and he talked about the 3 biggest killers of entrepreneurship. And this applies to whether you're doing rideshare, traditional brick and mortar business, network marketing, whatever. If you're building something, you'll have these 3 killers. They're basically like enemies. So you have to treat them like enemies. And there was a passage in one of the books I read, I think it was The Richest Man in Babylon. And he was talking about procrastination, but he said, would you willingly let an enemy come into your home and take what you have? And that's what happens with procrastination. I'm guilty of it, and this video is not about that. It's about the enemies to your success. And I'm going to go through this real quick. He made it really easy. All 3 of them start with D. The first one is doubt. And I hope you got some kind of pen or pencil out. This is not the traditional how to make more money with rideshare. This is a mindset video, and I do a lot of mindset work. I'm really big on personal development. So the first one is doubt. The second one is discouragement, and these things go hand in hand. These 3 enemies, they piggyback upon each other. Doubt being the first one, and that's even your own doubt or the doubt of somebody else that's doubting you. So, you have to really be aware of that doubt. And, one of the main ways to fix this is to have faith. I'm not trying to make this a religious video, far from it. But you do have to have faith, and that's, believing in something that you can't see. You have to believe in your vision, your goal. You have to do that. The second one is discouragement. And he talked about discouragement a good little bit. Let's see here. My tablet is acting funky. And he says to conquer discouragement, you got to have some motivation. You got to have motivation. And, motivation has to be done daily. So you want to stay around people also who motivate you. Get around people that are going to motivate you to become a better person. Do some personal development. I read a whole lot. I read a lot of books about becoming a better business person, a better human, a better partner in the relationship, better father, whatever it takes. I'm always reading to become better finance, be more financially literate. I read about these things. I learn it from other people. So, I stay motivated with that. He also talked about going on YouTube and looking at inspirational videos and, downloading some inspirational audios. Use the things that are at your disposal. Hop off social media for a while. And that really is the third one. We're going to talk about that in just a second. He said you only fail if you stop. Nothing will be perfect. And most of the things you do, try probably won't be perfect at all. And you got to be aware of that. So you want to figure out what those things are, but you can only figure that out if you're actually making some attempt to figure out what it is that you don't need to be doing. It's just like Edison said, a person asked him, how does he feel knowing that he's failed 10,000 times? And he said, no, I haven't failed 10,000 times. I've just figured out 10,000 ways that don't work. Okay. So that's surreal. The third one, and he brought up social media with this, and I can totally 100% agree with him. I would also lump TV in with this. Anything that's going to be a time wasting. It's the third D, the third enemy is distraction. You got to have a laser beam focus. I don't care what kind of business you're doing. I was listening to Terry Tips yesterday. If you Rideshare guys haven't subscribed to Terry Tips, then definitely subscribe to Terry Tips. He has some very entertaining videos, but he said something. He said sometimes we have to make ourselves get up. We have to make ourselves get up, get out, and get out in the car. Do whatever your business is. You have to make yourself do it. And a lot of times we're hesitant to do it because we're distracted. We'll sit on Facebook for an hour. We don't even know we've been on Facebook that long. We'll go and watch TV for hours upon hours. And, what could we have been doing for our businesses, in those times? So it's all about keeping the laser beam focus. He's talked about coming up with a daily routine. And I think that's really key, coming up with a daily routine. Some people call it a DMO, a daily method of operation. Serious businesses, they have a daily method of operation. They have an operations checklist, like a restaurant, right? I went through Papa John's management training, when I was younger, right? And this is probably about, at this point, maybe about 14, 15 years ago, right? So I went through this management training, and they have a checklist of everything. I mean, I'm talking about from turning the lights on to turning the lights off when everybody's done for the day. How to start everything. What you need to do, how to prep the store, how to operate the store, how to close the store out. There's a step-by-step checklist that you got to go through to make that happen. And, that's how you operate a business. Business has operations in it, and that is one of the ways that you operate a business. And that keeps you from having distractions. You look at your checklist and you go down your checklist and say, have I done this today? Have I properly done these things so that I can operate my business? He also talked about, he said, what is your number one goal? What is your number one goal? And one thing he said that was really cool, and I wrote it down. He said, the enemy of best is good. So, why not strive to be the best? You want to be just the good? Oh, he's good. He's a good, wide receiver. He's a good quarterback. Or is he the best quarterback? Or is he the best wide receiver? And I just throw in the sports analogy because, that was just easy thing. It was just on the top of my head. Pick a strategy and work with it. If you guys seen some of my videos and blogs, I talk about being able to change up your strategy, and sometimes you have to do that. But if you're in marketing like I am, or even if you're doing Rideshare, figure out a strategy and do it every single day. You may make some changes every now and then, but figure out a strategy and do it every single day. That's your operations. That's your operation. That's how you operate your business. All right. Last thing he said, you want to treat these 3 Ds. I'm going to go over them again. There was doubt, there was discouragement, and the last one was distractions. You want to treat these enemies like real physical enemies, but they're not. The thing is, people get so caught up, they don't really understand enemies unless they're a physical threat. Somebody break into your house, or a tornado or hurricane or something like that that's coming to you, driving around on the street. Those are all physical things. These things that he's talking about, the killers of entrepreneurship, they're not tangible. All right. They're not tangible. So they make them harder to fight. Okay. But you got to fight them if you want to have a successful business. All right. So, that's pretty much it. I think that's all I got from that. And I hope you guys got some value out of that. Big shouts out to my rideshare warriors out here hitting the streets. If you like what you hear, like, comment, subscribe, and share this thing with other people, somebody who may need this information. All right. Because, we got to help each other. It's about learning from somebody else. No one has all the knowledge, to do everything. It's about helping each other. This person may have a piece of knowledge that you need to get to the next person. All right. So it's about helping each other. Once again, this has been Carlton Lewis, aka Mellow Melanin, aka Mega Businessman. I'm out. Peace.